One of the most fascinating things about this exhibition is the surprising variety of parts of the body that are addressed.
I call them biomasses, and it's kind of a loose term for taking body parts and merging them with other natural elements to create things that are sort of amorphous organisms. They're images from bodybuilding magazines, and I've cut them up and reassembled them and formed them into sort of more abstract forms where you can, there's more retention of what's comfortable, what's uncomfortable, what's beautiful, what's not beautiful, and the idea is kind of to get people to like things that they might normally be uncomfortable with, but they're sort of drawn in and they like what they see even though it's strange.
So it's a project on breast cancer. This is in fact a breast cancer tumor. This is also a breast cancer tumor as an amulet. We were the first people to be able to take an MRI medical imaging of breast cancer tumors, digitally extract it, take it to a 3D printer, and print out a 3D version of a breast cancer tumor. This is both, a piece in itself, but it's also a proposal that one of these days New York City will be enlightened enough to take on and make an actual public sculpture of this scale.
The piece is a meditation on mortality. It's called "What the Certainty of Death Says About Life." And I start with a NASA image. It's clear that it's a picture of an astronaut, but nobody is floating in space untethered or unpowered without the certainty of imminent death. It just is a biped, no race, no gender, but clearly a biped, and this one in a distressing situation. But what a privileged perspective, if you're going to face imminent death, to be in a position to have an unmediated experience of nature.
The work, I do this work when I was in residency, so it's a alone place. I'm totally alone with new friend and new surrounding, so it's more like dealing with myself. So it's all my situation in different times.
You kind of had these older pieces in the room, and then was cutting them up and kind of saw them as these disembodied pieces, and so whereas they were part of a whole, then they became kind of fragments. And so it kind of became like a collage piece for me, and it's like the video, it's called Rap, and it was taking this idea of the collage and kind of seeing it through this different medium.
This mechanical ponytail is trying to isolate a movement of following kind of someone walking with a ponytail swinging back and forth. We went to him with both hands outstretched and the warmest welcome in her eyes.
Maybe it's because the glut of onslaught of everything around us in New York that I think about the void.